We got a new member today.
My name is Genesis Botany, I want to lead you all to the National Chess Championships in 6 weeks' time.
Jim, what are you doing?
I can help them. They'll have a purpose.
Take your meds, get your sleep, whatever. Just promise me you won't let him down.
The Dark Horse is a story about a man called Genesis Botany, who was a Maori chess player in New Zealand, who also suffered from bipolar. And the film is very much about his attempts to find himself within his community and within the Maori community to sort of try and find a better life for himself and also for those around him.
Mana, this is your uncle. You want a chess champion, the Dark Horse. You know you shouldn't really go through other people's things.
Yeah, when I first got the script and I read the story, it was like, yeah, it's just such a beautiful story about our people, basically, and about the realities of some of our people's lives.
It's a story of real hope and optimism, and it looks at some tough situations that Genesis and some of his family find themselves in through the lens of a human being who is an incredibly hopeful, optimistic person and is able to inspire those around him.
He was a born leader, you know, he could enroll people and engage people, not just intellectually but emotionally, get them caught up in his enthusiasm for things.
Look! What do you want? I want to join it. I want to be a part of this.
Cliff was fantastic. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a more committed actor. I wanted him to method act the role, to stay in character for the entirety of the shoot. He put on close to 60 pounds in an incredibly short period of time. So once we were shooting, there was no Cliff Curtis, there was only Genesis.
Cliff, he's in character like 24/7. Even when he's at home, he's in Genesis mode.
You can't put him there unless it's protected. Now we've gone over this. See? No. Free. You're not listening. I've just got to keep on taking your pieces. Mana, you are not what they're making you think you are.
In the movie, what he does for Mana, he done that very thing for me. There were times there where I had nowhere to live. There were times where I had no one to talk to, and Jen fed me alive.
Telling Jen's story for me was so important because he was a friend of mine and I loved him, and he was an incredible human being, and I think he was one of the unsung heroes of the world. And particularly once we lost him, it just became utterly crucial to get his story out there.
The rooks!
Connect the rooks. Two rooks together are stronger than one.
Leave no one behind.
All together, that's how we create the net. That's how Maori caught the sun. Okay, coordinate.
In a way, this film became about his legacy.
Yeah, legacies. I think that's probably going to be one of the things for people to be reminded of. What is their legacy? But also a movie about someone that they didn't know, but there's a little bit of still that connection. So even if you didn't know Genesis, and for these young boys who don't, who don't and didn't get to know him, he's one of ours. He's from this neighbourhood.
You'll each be represented by a warrior on this board. You're to keep it with you at all times. As a kaitiaki or guardian. At practice, you return it here, back to the board, to reunite us all as a family. Okay?
Yeah. I wanted the film to be just as enjoyable for someone that had never even heard of chess or seen the game before. So based off Jen's storytelling ability, I looked at incorporating Maori culture within the way that chess is explained. And there are all these incredible parallels that I was able to draw between prominent Maori figures like Maui and what he did to pull up Aotearoa, New Zealand, the land, and his role in the community. All these sort of things had beautiful parallels to the game of chess, and the characters within chess, like the king or the queen or the pawns or the bishops, and how they all have a role to play within the game, and that the board itself is like Aotearoa, our land, that we have to protect.
King for a king, eh?
You know, Jen lived his talk. He did. He married the woman of his dreams. He had a beautiful family. He contributed to his community, and he managed his mental illness. You know, he was a rebel in many, many aspects, but by the end, I believe Jen died a happy man. And he left a lot of love in his wake.
This is the best thing that has ever happened to those kids.
Go, he's so nice!